Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Well, asparagus is in season now. In fact, it's almost over, and I'm making a delicious low-carb asparagus tomato cold salad. I think you're really going to like it, so let's get started. So for this recipe, I need 2 pounds of asparagus, and I've already cut off the ends of the other that I've got done here, but I just wanted to sort of show you. Lots of times you can just, I didn't mean to break it already, but lots of times you can just snap it. You'll find a weaker area, and that's usually where you do it. But another way I like doing it is I will take my knife and see if it sinks in very easily. And if it does, I use my knife and I cut them off. And it really bugs me that they sell asparagus with all these ends. You pay the weight and you can't even use them. So I've already cleaned them all up. I'm going to cut all my asparagus 1.5 to 2 inches pieces, and then we're going to steam them. And if you don't have a steamer, then you can put them on a colander, or you can put them right in boiling water about 4 to 5 minutes, because you want them to still be crunchy. And if you're using your steamer, I put them in for about 15 minutes and they come out beautiful. So I'll continue this and then we'll get them into the steamer. So I've got my asparagus in my steamer, and on the back of the steamer it tells you different vegetables as to how long to cook them. And for the asparagus it says approximately 15 to 17 minutes with my steamer. So I do mine 15 and I'm totally satisfied with that. So we've got it set for 15, and we're going to continue with making the dressing or the sauce for this salad. A very simple recipe, but so good. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in 6 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And yes, balsamic is a little higher in carbs, but when you divide it up for, I think I have it 10 servings, it's like 4.6 per serving of this salad, and it's just really, really nice. It's a nice change. And I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of olive oil and 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Get it all cleaned out of my dish here. And I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of sugar-free syrup. I just want that little extra sweetness, and I actually was over in Port Huron one day and picked up, it's a pancake syrup. So that's what I'm using, is sugar-free original from Kroger's. And then we're going to add 1 clove of minced garlic. There we go. So we're just going to whisk this together. And we're going to set it aside until our asparagus is cooled, and ready to go. But in the meantime, I'm going to cut up my tomatoes, which we need. There we go. So now I want about 10.5 ounces of cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. But a month ago, I was getting beautiful cherry tomatoes. They were so delicious, so sweet, and all of a sudden, I've been buying them, and I've just been having bad luck with cherry tomatoes. So I ended up buying the tomatoes that are on the vine. They're a little bigger than the cherry tomato, but they're delicious. So instead of cutting them in half, I'm gonna cut them in quarters and get them ready for my salad. So once I've got that done, then we're going to take some pecans and we're going to crush them up and get that ready for our salad also. So we're going to take some pecans, and I actually bought this at Costco. I seem to buy a lot of things at Costco because their prices are quite reasonable. It's a Kirkland brand, so they have nice fresh pecans. So I've got 2/3 of a cup of pecans, and I'm going to put it into a Ziploc bag, and we are going to make them into small pieces. So I just usually seal the bag, take my little mallet here, and I just bang them until I get smaller pieces. So now my asparagus is done, and this is where it's nice to have it in a steamer, because that way you don't have to use a colander and take all the water out off of the asparagus. So we're just putting it in nice cold ice water, and we'll let it just sit there, and that keeps them a nice green color and keeps them a little bit crispier, and we'll just let them sit there until we're ready and they're cooled down. So I've drained my asparagus and I did it in a colander, so we're all set there. I got myself a beautiful bowl. This was one of my mother's bowls that she's kind of giving stuff to everybody now, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to make our salad in it. So I'm going to take my asparagus and put it in the bowl. There's a little bit of ice still there. I guess I missed a piece. And then we're going to put in our tomatoes. Such a pretty bright colors. And now we're going to, I have 4 ounces of feta cheese. So I'm going to just take a bit, set it aside, and then we're going to break up the cheese, and hopefully I don't throw any more on the floor like I just did. And then we've got our pecans. And I don't toast them or anything. I just take them out of the fridge because that's where I keep them stored. And I broke them all into small pieces. And then we're going to use our delicious dressing. So we'll pour that on top. And then we will mix it all together. And then once we've got it all mixed together, we will sprinkle on just some fresh feta on top, just because with the sauce, the feta will go brown. And so if you just put some fresh on top, it just makes it really pretty. So we'll just mix this all up, and then our salad is ready to go. And I did forget one thing. You can add a little bit of salt and pepper while you're mixing. I should have put it into the dressing, but we can just do it like this. And then we'll take our fresh feta and put it on top now. Great recipe. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Now I think it's time for us to dig in and give it a taste. So here is my low-carb asparagus tomato salad. Great time of year because asparagus is just thriving out there, and it's got such great flavor. I absolutely love this salad. Now, it's interesting because anytime I've done my other salads, I usually do it 15 minutes in the steamer. But I think it's because my asparagus was a bit thinner this time round, so it was a little softer than I wanted it to be, so I would cook it a little bit less to keep that crunchiness. But man, it's delicious. Great flavor with the pecans, balsamic, the tomatoes, really, really good. So I think you should give this a try. It's great, a great hit for the family, or if you take it to a picnic or you're going to someone's house. Try it. Go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com, try this recipe, and try some of my other ones. You take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.